Naga. Oh my goodness. Okay, we know you're mad. We know you're mad. But say hi to the camera, please. Say hi to the camera. Hi, everybody. This room is so hot right now. I have the air conditioner and a small fan and still feeling a lot hot. So first I am going to prep my skin, and I'm going to start with my favorite primer from POREfessional, and I'm almost done with this, so it's time for me to change it up a little, but today we're going to use this one. Primer is a little bit gel consistency. The reason I like it is because it doesn't feel like that heavy on my face. Mostly gonna focus on my T-zone area because this is where I get the most oily. We're going to color correct because I do have some discoloration around my upper lip area and some redness around my nose here and under eyes. It's not that prominent, but I am just going to color correct so that my foundation doesn't discolor. And for color correcting, I'm going to use this product from Milani. This one is Conceal and Perfect in the shade Nectar, and it is an under eye brightener. And I am going to use a little bit at a time and then blend it out. Usually for redness you will use a green corrector, but I don't have a green corrector because I don't get that much redness, thank goodness. I just have some few discoloration and then I just spread it around all over my face. To blend out my color corrector, I am going to use my Sony Akashic Beauty Blender and just use the corner, this one, the tiny teardrop side, to blend it all out. You can see as I'm blending it out, it's just disappearing into my skin, and that's why I like this color corrector, as it is very lightweight and doesn't look as orange or as cakey as the other branded ones. For foundation, today I am going to use the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation, and the shade is 310. I feel like this shade is really light for me, but when I was getting this shade, the Sephora consultant, she said that the foundation oxidizes a lot and it's better off just getting a shade that's a slightly lighter or like a slightly little bit brighter than your skin, because it will definitely oxidize. I'm going to start applying where I applied the color corrector first and then blend it outward later. With this foundation you do have to work a lot quicker because it dries really quick. As you can see, the shade is way lighter, and that is why I don't use it as often. But we are going to make it work. If you do have any lighter foundation or like winter shade that you're using during the summer shade, you can use this trick to use it just wherever you put your concealer and then just blend it outward, and this will kind of give you the illusion of having a bronzed face because you already have the summer tone underneath that skin. And for powder, I'm going to set my entire face with the loose powder, and today I'm using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Powder. I use this beautiful puff that I got from Amazon, and just clean it out a little bit. Just going to press it in my skin rather than baking it, and I'm going to take the rest as I go and just apply it wherever needed. And this is gonna be my entire process to apply powder. If you do have oily skin like me, it's okay to use this much powder, especially during the summer, because the powder, as the day goes by, will kind of sink into your skin. And this powder is really good at making your skin, keeping your skin dry, but also not look as powdery throughout the day. And that's why I like this powder to put all over my face during the summer, not during the winter. That's a different season and different skincare and different makeup. If you are feeling that you're getting dry patches or seeing some dryness around your face, it's okay, because with this foundation, this is very matte, and the powder is also claims to be super matte. And even if your skin is super oily, you might see some dry patches. It's okay. Don't remove your makeup and try to like reapply it. What you can do is setting spray or a finishing spray like this one and apply it all over your face and dry it. This will help with kind of melting the powder and the makeup within your skin, and it's okay to apply setting spray throughout the makeup when you're working with powder or even liquid makeup. Okay, so now we're dry and we're not seeing any dry patches on our skin. We're gonna move into the bronzer part. Since this is a fall orange tone makeup, as you can see, I'm wearing fully orange. Even my pants are orange. And I love the layering part. I love the orange leaves. And today we are mostly gonna lean towards the orange tones. So for bronzer, I'm going to use this Jaclyn Hill pressed bronzer in the shade Buns Out. And this is, look how beautiful this shade is. It complements, there's a wedding going on outside. Hear the noise, my apologies. I live in New York City. So the shade is very beautiful. It's kind of like a burnt orange and really complements like medium to dark skin tones. So we're just gonna follow wherever I see my cheekbones are. And this powder is really pigmented, so I would just suggest going very light-handed at the beginning. I'm gonna take a little bit over here. The reason I'm not taking it under my chin is because this is not a contouring powder. This is a bronzer powder. I'm going to take a brush that's a little bit angled but then skinny on top and kind of shape my nose with this powder. Very light-handed. Okay, so that concludes our bronzing, and it looks a little bit orangey right now, but once we put the highlighter and buff it a little, it's gonna look all together. For blush, I am also going to use kind of like an orange tone, and this one is from CoverGirl True Blend So Flushed. Looks like very fuchsia, very like bright orange tone. I'm going to use a brush that looks like this, and I'm just gonna grab a very little bit, doing this, and just start from the top. And if you feel like you applied too much blush, take a powder flat top kabuki and just buff it out. We are going to go with a very simple eyeshadow palette, so it's easier for mostly for beginners, and you don't have to you know, like play with tons of colors. It's an orange tone eyeshadow palette, and it's very good for travel. So the palette is from ColourPop. As you can see, it's like an orange tone palette, and the palette is called On the Mango Pressed Powder Palette. It comes with 3 matte shade and 1 shimmer shade, and you can go to town with this eyeshadow palette. I sometimes just, when I travel to a long distance and I can't really take a lot of makeup, I just go with this one. This complements brown skin, deep to medium to deep type of skin really well, and today we're just going to use that. I'm going to use this brush that looks like a dome, and it's very fluffy at the top. I am going to take, I'm going to start with the lighter shade. So this is the lighter shade, and I'm just going to start with that. Then I'm going to take the orange shade. So we're going from lighter to darkest. This one I'm going to apply a little bit in the middle to the outer corner. Okay, so for the last like blending part, we're going to take the darkest shade right here, and we're just gonna take a little bit and try to blend it, start blending it from the outer corner. To take it up a notch, I am going to use this Laura Mercier eyeshadow pencil. This one is in the shade Cocoa, and it's the Caviar Stick eye color. A little bit right in the outer corner. You don't have to be perfect. I'm just putting a little dot, and this thing is really pigmented and very easy to blend. Brush, and I'm just gonna blend it. Take a brush that looks like this, a little bit dome shape. I'm going to take the darkest shade from this palette, a little bit, and then I'm just gonna buff it under my eyes. If you have lines under your eyes, this is like a good trick to hide them. So I went ahead and added some lashes and my contacts as well, so to pull the look together. And right now I am going to take my favorite highlighter, which is the Rare Beauty highlighter. It's the shade in Flaunt, and I am just going to take a brush. I still haven't gotten my highlighter brush. I should. And I'm just going to apply it wherever I feel like it's gonna give me the best illumination, I guess. It's very pretty. You can apply a little bit on top. Kylie Jenner Velvet Liquid Lipstick in the shade. I'm taking my liquid lipstick. If you see a lot of product coming out, clean it a little bit so that when you're applying it, you have the control. Palladio lip liner in the shade Walnut. So that's how my face looks. I'm just going to go and put like a turban or a scarf to see which one looks better, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I decided to do a turban, and this is how it's looking like. I just used the same scarf that I was wearing and put some beautiful earrings. I don't have orange earrings, but I do have these that matches pretty close with my outfit, and this is how the look came out. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you have made it this far, don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment what you think about this look, and if there's any other look if you want me to do in the future videos. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye.